What is up, Cahir Club, and welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody's been having a great week so far. Had a great start to their week. Hello, Brugger. How goes it? How goes it? I hope you've been well. But yeah, it is Monday, which does mean it is Shiny Hunting Day. Way! Today we are back with the Shiny Roulette. Of course, that means that we're breeding Zorua and hisuian Zorua in the same picnic, and we might get either. It's a mystery. Who knows? It's a surprise. It's a roulette. So if we get a shiny, it could be either one of them, which I think is pretty exciting. But yeah, these are generally more laid back streams, so I see no reason not to jump right into it. I've forgotten to do things, actually. That's fine. Sometimes you just have one of those days where you forget to do things. And that's okay, because remembering is... I don't remember things anymore. I've not remembered things in a long, long time. I just, like, make a point in not remembering things anymore. 230. Okay, so that's 229 plus 1. There we go. And now I can increment whenever needed. Hell yeah. Okay. Let's double check there are no eggs. There are no eggs yet. But if I do this and make a sandwich, we might get an egg or two. Where's the one I need? There it is. How many... Yeah, I'm running out of picks. I think I should have enough for this stream. Maybe even next stream. Next one of these streams, that is. But I think at some point I need to go and get some more picks, lest I run out. Which would be very bad, obviously. Which would be rather suboptimal, if I do say so myself. But yeah, what is going on in the background of this scene? I just saw, like, the tippy tops of Zorua and Ditto's heads. Alright. Maybe I should have switched to my actual 6IV Ditto instead of, you know, the shiny hacked one. But, oh well. You live and you learn. I might after this batch is done. Because we do have an actual 6IV Ditto now. Of course, the Ditto raid event came along with Samuro a couple weeks ago. And that was a good event. It seems they're rerunning the Blissey event as well. Like, I would participate, but, what's it called? I've got enough experience candies to last me for a while at this point. I don't need more. Christina, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. But yeah, we'll probably be doing Mario Kart this Friday, so I would recommend stay in tune for that if you got some Mario Kart 8, which will be very, very cool. I think the last time you played it was just after the DLC launched. It's weird when days go quickly, yet, like, you can still look to, like, a month ago and it feels so long ago, you know? Although, then again, we are most of the way through April. I feel like it was not that long ago that I was doing that Axolotl Shiny Hunt, but due to the fact that we are doing these Shiny Roulette streams again, it has been 2 weeks, because these are every other Monday. Because the other Mondays are Regi streams. So I do want to be mixing things up. It's nice to have some variety, some spice, as I say. I don't want to just be doing the same hunt week in, week out, when I could be doing multiple. But yeah. It's cool how they're, like, doing more focused events. I wonder what other events they'll be able to pull, though, is the thing. Because, obviously, we've had Ditto, which makes sense for competitive breeding. We've had Chansey, which makes sense for competitive breeding. Chansey, Blissey. Because that gave you experience candies for leveling Pokemon up real quick, which was nice. But, like, what's next? Is it going to be, like, Nature Mints? I feel like Vitamins would be a good one. I hope we get, like, a Vitamin raid event. Well, like, we get a bunch of vitamins from it, but I'm not sure if they'd be that generous. I hope they would be. But, I guess we'll just have to see. I guess the question on that front then, though, is what Pokemon would be paired with the vitamins, you know? Huh. Just realised Machamp nor Conkeldurr are in this game. And I feel like it's generally one or the other, if not both, right? Since Gen 5, there's been either Machamp or Conkeldurr around consistently, so it's weird to think that neither of them are in this one. But I guess that makes sense thinking back on it, like as a logical statistic, because... what's it called? Gengar is the only trade evolution in this game. The only one. There are literally no other trade evolutions in this game. Which is a very, like, weird statistic. Like, trade evolutions are, like, a large part of Pokemon as a franchise. But I think the closest thing to a new trade evolution we got this generation was Palafin. Finizen into Palafin. Which, of course, is leveling it up to 38 in another player's world. Which you do need a friend for, to be fair. But, like, for a game so focused on multiplayer, at least for a single-player game, it's weird how few trade evolutions there are. And the fact that there are, like, only the Paradox Pokemon of new version exclusives. Like, in terms of version exclusives, they're all returning Pokemon. Except for the Paradox Mons. Right, let's get some eggs, though. So that is... we already have 2 in the box. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Only 8. Okay. Guess we need to vibe more, eh? But yee. It is eggy time. Hello, Rob. How goes it with you? I hope your week has gotten off to a good start. Yeah, things are pretty decent in this corner. Pretty solid. Missy has been very loud today, though. Well, loud recently, and it's concerning me. But other than that, things be going smooth. We got some eggs to crack. Maybe we'll be making some omelets. Some scrambled egg. A lot of ways to do an egg, which is interesting. They're kind of like non-vegan potatoes. Even in shape. A lot of ways to cook an egg. And a lot of ways to cook a potato. Potatoes are vegan eggs is probably one of my weirder takes. Anyway, how many eggs? 9, 10, 11. 11. Alright. Do. But yee. Oh, what was I saying before? I was in the middle of saying... well, I'm not sure if I was in the middle of saying something. I might have finished saying the thing. But I've certainly forgotten what I was saying. Maybe just in a vocal phase? Perhaps. Has learned she can demand, maybe? I don't know. She's, like, been very aware she can demand for a while. I'm kind of worried that maybe, like, she's not eating. Because she seemed very reluctant to eat today. Until I, like, entirely swapped her bowl with a different bowl. I don't know if I'm just jumping the gun, or if another cat might have come into the house to eat her food or something, but... I guess I'll keep an eye on how much I have to, like, fill up her bowl over the next, few weeks. Maybe not few weeks, maybe a few days. Anyway. But yeah, she is aware she can demand. it was a couple of months ago she realized she could paw at me to get me to pat her. Now she'll often sit at the end of the bed when I'm, like, getting changed or playing on my computer, and she'll just, like, paw at me. She won't, like, touch me with the paw, she'll just, like, kind of stretch it out and be like, hey, Cahir, hey, what are you doing? Hey, Cahir. And it is adorable, so I always do make sure to pet her for it. Although I guess that kind of ends up instilling the habit, does it not? Not a bad habit, though. It's not like she, like, claws things up. I remember we used to have leather chairs in our house. Then we got kittens. And we still had leather chairs for a while, to be fair. We had leather chairs for a few years after we, got, like, new cats. But, they got a bit ripped up. They were worse for wear when we got new wooden chairs. Let's put it that way. Clash Royale, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. Yeah, no, she wants to cuddle. It's surprising because she doesn't generally like to cuddle. She doesn't like to, like... She's like an outlier of a cat because she is extremely clingy. Like, it has been a consistent thing where I am downstairs, she wants me upstairs, so she will scream around the house until I do that. But she doesn't like sitting on my lap. She doesn't like me picking her up. She's gotten more used to it now because I like picking her up. But, she doesn't... She's not a big fan of, like, sitting on my lap or, like, snuggling close up to me, like, when I'm in bed or anything. She just tends to like to be in my vicinity. Which, it's just funny because of how clingy she is. That it doesn't spread that far. Your eye got infected? Oh shit, that is not fun at all. Hopefully it gets better soon. Hopefully your eye can get better soon. Yeah, that is not fun. Right, any more eggs? Let's check eggs. I believe this is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's just a lot. Yolasako, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. Yesterday I'm doing some shiny hunting. I'm looking for one of the shiny Zoruas. I will hopefully get one of them at some point. Who knows which, but it'll be one, that's for certain. So your Kirby and the Crystal Shard save got reset? Oh, that is also not fun at all. Well, was it like a finished save, or were you like halfway through? We only got one shiny in this game. That's fair. That's understandable. But, like, what's it called? You're much better in Pokemon Sword. Did you shiny hunt in Sword, or did you just have that luck? 100%. 100%. I mean, yeah, at Day's End it gives you an excuse to replay it. But it kind of sucks that it got reset if you're at 100%. But yeah, could always be a reason to get that 100% again. Maybe it's just life, trying to get you to play the game more. 50-50, you shiny hunted and got gifted or joined random raids. Ah, that's understandable. I've not done many, like, random raids in these games. Mostly just done them on stream with viewers. So I don't really know how easily hacked these raids are, but Sword and Shield were... Sword and Shield were interesting. Like, if you ever saw, like, a non-focus Gigantamax raid, it was probably shiny by, like, the end of that game's run. Got a shiny Dusk Lycanroc. Yo, that is hype. I kind of want to hunt one of those. Because, they do appear in the wild. in Outbreaks, and I think that would be like a fun hunt to do at some point. But yeah, I mean, I'm guessing Sword and Shield's biggest issue is the fact that, like, you could manipulate raids. I'm guessing that's why raids in this game are just random. And you can't, like, make raids appear on your own. Because that was, like, the reason Sword and Shield raids were manipulatable. Because if you could predict the RNG, you could get what you wanted out of it. Alright, I believe this is 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Oh, close. So your brother got a shiny Roselia in Shield when he was completing the Pokédex. Yo! Personally, you think Pokemon Ultra Sun was the best Pokemon game? Yes! Yes! I'm glad to see people are slowly starting to come around to truth. The truth. Their eyes are being opened. Usam were peak. I don't know, I'm indifferent on Megas. I think some of the designs were cool, but Z moves. I think Terrestrialization might be my favorite mechanic now, but yeah, I think Terrestrialization might be my favorite mechanic now, but Z moves are up there for me. And yeah, there was so much to do in New Sun, it was great. Oh yeah, guess yet another Mario Kart stream coming up. You can't join us, you have a work thing? Oh, that's a shame. Hopefully you have fun at your work thing, though. You don't really get this Terrestrialization. I don't know, it's just like they changed their type, innit? I think that's a cool mechanic, you know? Because it can really help you, like, mix things up on the fly or just power up your moves. Alright, we've surely got 3 more eggs, right? Surely? 1, 2? No, there were 2. I don't know, it's just one of those, like, simple, similar to Z-move mechanics in my head, in the fact that any Pokemon can do it, and it's just, like, one mechanic kind of emphasized, if that makes sense. Maybe not mechanic, but like, I was thinking of how, like, Z-moves are just, like, you do one really powerful move. Terrestrialization, you change the Pokemon's type, you know? I feel like Megas and D-Max are, like, a little bit more convoluted. Alright. Okay, we got 2 eggs, but we have got all the eggs for this batch now, so alright. Oh, cool. I did this in the wrong box. That's fine. Who needs to do it in the right box? Not me. Wait, am I missing an egg? I miscounted. Okay, back into the picnic. That's right, but you think Megas is just so much better than the others? I don't know. My hottest take is that I don't like Megas all that much. I feel like they're not that much more superior of a mechanic. I feel like they'd be thought upon a lot less fondly if they weren't the first gimmick. Like, I think being the first gimmick really helped everybody like them more than anything else. And it was when we realized that, oh wait, every generation's gonna have a new one of these, we started to, like, dislike the newer mechanics. Honestly, like, as much as I think Terrestrialization is my favorite, I'd start another picnic. I'd rather that we just didn't have any gimmicks at all. But I feel like at this point they've, like, settled into the idea that every game needs one. So I just end up preferring the ones that end up being more simple concepts. Like Terrestrialization or Z-moves, where it's just like, you could do one really powerful attack, or Pikachu is now a normal type. Pikachu's now flying, so isn't weak to ground anymore. When your mama was pointing, she poked you in the not infected eye. Oh god. That is not fun. You should have played up the fact that now she'd blinded you and you couldn't see anything. That would have been funny. But yeah, I think it'd be nice if we just got like a nice gimmickless game at some point. Honestly, one of the reasons why Legends Arceus also slaps, because what was it called? There was no like big gimmick other than like the battle styles. And DLC would have loved tapping in Scarlet and Violet. Would have been us going on a trip to Kalos. A lot of people were saying that, and I don't know. I don't dislike X and Y. I know a lot of people dislike X and Y. They actively do not like X and Y as games. I think that they're like... I think they're solid. I think they're very solid. But I guess I don't have that much of an attachment to Kalos. I think maybe my bigger grievance with the theories were people being like, it'll be South Kalos, we'll be going to Southern Kalos. But Southern Kalos has fundamentally just been a fan idea, I think. I don't think it was ever like actually stated that there would be a South Kalos region. And I think it was just fans filling in a blank that wasn't real. Because when you think about it, like, Kalos was one of the last gens that focused on, like, a smaller part of an area. Like, gens 1 to 4 were all small parts of Japan. Then Gen 5 was Lower Manhattan, if I'm not mistaken. Kalos, Gen 6, was northern France. I think Alola wasn't all of the Hawaiian Islands. But, what was it called? Then we got to Gala, and all of a sudden it was all of England and Scotland. Felix, hello! How goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. You want to play it? You mean X and Y? Maybe they'll reintroduce South Kalos in X and Y remakes like Pokemon Z, mostly based on Zygarde. I feel like there's not really enough evidence to suggest that. I feel like if we get X and Y remakes, they'll probably just be they'll probably just be similar to BDSP at this point. We might get like a what's it called? Legends game based on like I've hatched all the eggs. A Legends game based on like Volcanion. Or in fact Diancie is probably a more likely option. But although then again, BDSP weren't that well received by the fanbase. So I guess we'll have to see on that front. But again, I don't think Southern Kalos is real. Like, I think Southern Kalos is only in the heads of the fans. I don't think that was ever a thing intended to exist by Game Freak. I think this, the only reason people think it exists was because the like, theory... X and Y was when, like, Pokemon theories peaked. Because people were still excited for Pokemon back then. Like, when X and Y came out, like, most people, like, liked the new Pokemon games, you know? Like, nowadays everyone's really jaded about the franchise. But, like, X and Y was when people were, like, full of excitement for the next games. And, were always, like... Yeah, there were just so many theories flying around back then. But I feel like that it's not... Theories aren't as big nowadays. Not gonna lie, BDSP was very disappointing. I mean, I feel like that's the general opinion. I don't know, I don't hate them as much as most people. But, I agree that I probably would have rathered something more in line with Auraz. But I think Legends Arceus kind of scratched that itch for me. And I feel like it was meant to. Like, I think Legends Arceus were the real Game Freak made Diamond and Pearl remakes. I saw it put this way. BDSP are like the parts of Auraz or Heart Gold Soul Silver. No, Auraz specifically were the parts of Auraz that were like very similar to the originals. And then Legends Arceus is like if the Delta episode was a whole game. Like brand new ideas made into like a brand new ideas about a region made into like a brand new game. Because one of the bigger complaints with Auraz when it released was people were like, oh, why have they changed the story so much? So I feel like BDSP were made as a result of that. Saying, okay, if you want a faithful remake, here's that. We don't want to do that, though. Here's what we want to make. And that was Legends Arceus. Isaac, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. Right, I get what you made. You haven't played Legends Arceus, though. That's fair. I don't know, Legends Arceus, I think they're some of the best Pokemon games. Easily some of the, like, I don't know, I've said this a few times, but Scarlet and Violet would be, like, brand new and fresh in, like, how they were, but what was it called? But Legends Arceus came out right before. Like, I love these games a lot. And I feel like it's a shame they released in the state they did, because that's all the conversation's ever going to be about, instead of what they did right. It's always going to be like, oh, but they're buggy and unfinished. As if, like, the gameplay isn't some of the best the franchise has ever seen. And I just find it funny that they step forward with Legends Arceus first, which I'd say are as good as, if not better than these. He did perfect face reveal. Yeah, sure thing, first time chatter. I will do exactly what you say, because dance monkey, dance monkey, dance monkey, dance. Anyway, I guess it's more targeted at people who never played Diamond and Pearl anyway. That's also quite true. It wouldn't surprise me if, like, that's also part of the case there. To be fair, like, Gen 4 games are now extremely expensive. So I appreciate the attempt to, like, bring them out in a new way. So they're vaguely more affordable. It's still, like, a full video game price tag, but, like, the DS games are, like, twice the price still. Like the way you went through the story in Scarlet Violet. Like, they set it up well. Yeah, Scarlet Violet, especially for, like, an open world game, like, think about how much complaints there were about Breath of the Wild story. Scarlet Violet have a really good story despite that. And I get the comments on the pacing issues, but I feel like that's kind of unavoidable in letting you go wherever you want in the story, more or less. But I think that they did a good job at making Area Zero the last place you go no matter what. Because it makes it feel like a more ultimate destination when you finally get there, because it's been whispered about the whole game. And the Area Zero segment is, like, well-paced and well done. Well, you think with the remakes, the whole point was to remake the game in the current gens. Feel. Well, that's what it was until BDSP. No, yeah, that is definitely what it felt like, before BDSP. But again, I think that's, like, why I think Legends Arceus is that. Because, like, Legends Arceus is fundamentally the bridge between Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet. In that, it's basically a game of wild areas, like Sword and Shield had a couple of wild areas in it. Which is, like, the step before connecting all those wild areas together and making a giant open-world game. And I feel like that's kind of the thing that Pokemon's going to be doing from now on, which is not necessarily having it, considering it in, like, the whole generational cycle, even though that's still, I mean, I hope they get rid of it, but it's still going to be there, fundamentally. But yeah, Legends Arceus to me feel like the true Gen 4 remakes. Exactly, you probably would have bought them if you didn't have Diamond on DS still. That's fair. While also complaining about how they were kind of ugly. Yeah, I feel like if the rendering engine was fine-tuned a little bit more, they'd be a lot better looking, honestly. Like, it kind of felt like they were trying to do a Link's Awakening kind of style, but they fell flat. I kind of wish they'd gone with a more Let's Go Pikachu Eevee kind of style. Most of the people, including you, probably expected Diamond and Pearl remakes to be like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and some people wanted them to introduce Megas into that gen. Yeah, no, I get that. There was a lot of... people were holding on to Megas. People were, like, grasping onto Megas until, like, the game's released. They were like, what if we get Megas in these games, guys? What if Megas are coming back? And it's like, they're not going to. But yeah, no, I get that. It definitely was like a... not what people were expecting. Which definitely ended up leaving the making the games leave a much more sour taste in the player base's mouths. But I feel like that was probably a very like fundamental effect of it being developed by a non-Game Freak company. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Ilka were also kind of afraid to take steps outside of what Diamond and Pearl were already, due to the fact that they didn't want to do it wrong. You kind of agree, but you kind of wish it was open world Sinnoh, using Platinum Story. That's a fair take. Yeah, no, brain. I get that. Although, I don't know, Legends Arceus is so much better story than, like, Platinum. Personally, I'm fine with Legends Arceus being there instead, because Diamond and Pearl's story doesn't really hold up that well, I don't think. I think people remember it a lot better than it actually was. Kind of like a game that came out, or I don't know, a few years after that, maybe. Maybe the final game, new generation on the DS, maybe that has a worse story than people seem to think it does. Ha ha ha. Anyway, yeah, Let's Go Star would have been so much better looking. It really would have. Remember when people thought they were going to make a Let's Go game based on Johto? I feel like that's not off the table. I think people still think that's going to happen. But I found it funny that people were expecting it. It was summer of 2020, I think. Yeah, it was summer of 2020. And they said that there was going to be a new announcement. There was a Pokemon Presents, and they said at the end there'd be a new announcement at the, in a new Pokemon Presents the week after. And everybody got it into their heads that it was going to be Let's Go Johto, and then it was Unite, and everyone was disappointed. And it's kind of set a precedent. Well, not even set a precedent. It's just kind of the Pokemon fanbase in general. While I think people's complaints are valid about these games often, people set themselves up for failure so often. Like, they always just expect, like, the next Pokemon game to be, like, the greatest thing ever. Even though it's not even been announced yet, you know? In fact, I think if Let's Go Johto was revealed, most people would have been annoyed anyway. But again, I wouldn't be surprised if we get Let's Go Johto. Or at least something like it. I feel like they're gonna be like in every other generation So like, this gen will get Johto. Next gen will get Unova. Next gen will get another Hoenn game. Next gen will get Kalos. Like that, you know? But, I don't know. I'm not sure if I would want a new Let's Go game. I've said it before, but I think a game that kind of uses Crystal's original, like, sprite set, but does it in a way like Octopath Traveler, A game that looks like that would be fresh as hell, but I don't think Pokemon will take that risk. You'd prefer Legends Johto. That's also understandable. I think that would be that'd be pretty dope if we got that as well. I feel like we will get a new Legends game though. Because Legends sold really well in considering that BDSP released a few months prior. Yeah, BDSP released a few months prior, and it was after the holiday season. So I feel like we'll get a new Legends game. I'm gonna take a drink quickly. You guys make sure you're all staying hydrated as well. Alright. You didn't play Let's Go, you watched it, it looked neat. I think it was pretty fun. I feel like the general community consensus isn't that, like, good for it, but I think for what it was a good game. I think, like, as the first game with, like, overworld encounters, it was very good. And I appreciate the attempt to branch away from a formula that had, up until that point, been the same for 20 years. I appreciate that. Although, I probably wouldn't complain if we never got a catching style like that again. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's fine. You really wanted it to, do it co-op. Oh, that's understandable. As in, like, you did do it co-op, or? That was, like, another cool feature of the game. Was the fact that it was, like, very clearly... Well, not very clearly. Like, it was nice how it had that co-op feature. Which definitely leaned into, like, how, when the Switch was released, they did seem to be very much pushing the idea that you could, like, it was a party console like the Wii. I didn't have anyone to do it with, understandable. Yeah, no, I played it alone, but I think for a lot of Pokemon, I think for shiny catching I used to bring in a second player. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah. I've not been incrementing! Shit, You know what? I'm just gonna finish this box and then we'll hop straight to 260. Because I've got 3 more eggs, and then we'll be at 260. It would have been better thought out if your co-op partner had their own team. Yeah, no, that's fair. Also, if, like, the opponent sent out a second Pokemon as well. Because it was a 2v1 when you used co-op. When you went into co-op mode, it was 2 Pokemon versus 1. They brought back the SOS feature from Sun and Moon by giving it to you. Where you could call for help and gang up on the other trainer. Alright. Yeah, I'll finish off this batch of eggs. We'll go to 230. I will release all the Zorua into the wild, which is a very fair and reasonable thing to do to these poor creatures that have literally just hatched within the past half hour. Alright. Since you can't transfer a Pokemon from Sword to Violet yet, you'll just create an overpowered full-speed IV Dragapult. That is understandable. That is a good goal. I feel like we'll be getting it soon, though. My gut is saying we'll be getting it soon after the Typhlosion raid this Friday. Because I think they've deliberately gotten all of the Hisuian starters out the way. Because it is the Hisuian starters. Music? Like, those have been the last 3 raids, is all hisuian starters. And I think they might have done that so you can use the hisuian starters in comp. You didn't participate in any of those raids, to be honest. That's understandable. I think they were pretty fun. Like, especially since this game kind of lacks other actual challenging endgame content, like the Battle Tower. I think they're like pretty good challenges to like strategize against. It's nice to see how it brings the community together for it. And they're also a lot harder than Sword and Shield raids, which I enjoy a lot. Because Sword and Shield raids weren't all that hard. And it's a cool way to, like, give us not unique Pokemon, but Pokemon uncatchable otherwise. I'm interested to see what will happen after they finish doing all the starters, though. Because, to be fair, I guess we're, yeah, it's been about 6 months since these games released. And we're still not that far into the starters. We've still got... Okay, no, we've only got 4 left now that I think about it. So unless they slow the output down drastically, we probably won't last until the DLC. Alright. It would be sick if they did increased difficulty legendaries. That would be cool. I don't know. Again, though, I hope that, I'd rather, like, actually interesting ways to catch legendaries. Because the past few gens, just legendary catching sprees have, I feel like I've not been private about the fact that I don't like it. You know? I think the last good iteration of it was in Auraz. Because while I enjoy the Ultra Wormhole, like, mini-game, it's just all of the legendaries in one place. And even in Auraz, I feel like it's kind of a shame how it's just all the legendaries ever, except, like, ones available in XY. I think it would also be good for competitive, because, like, we know exactly what the meta's gonna look like if they bring back Zacian, Kyogre, and Groudon. You know? Like, VGC is going to be vaguely changed, and that's probably because the new legendaries are gonna be the new Rulers of the Roost, but... Bush. But yeah, I'd rather we get some cool legendary encounters. Auraz was cool for that, but only if you could unlock them by having the counterparts. Oh yeah, like Giratina. Yeah, that was a cool bit of it. But again, it was still kind of just like Legendary Rush, the event. It was like novel at the time because it had never happened before. But the fact that it just kept coming back, we're just forcing your Dragon Ball to consume all these speed IV increasing items. Hell yeah. What was it called? You should build it for raids. Probably be a good mon to assist in those if you do them. But yeah, just too many legends. It'd be cool to have them be like actual proper encounters again. But I have a feeling that we'll be getting like... Here's what I call... Well, here's my call. We'll be getting a holodeck in the Blueberry Academy. and you can catch every single legendary in it. Why can you actually catch them? Who knows? But you can. Although, I wouldn't be surprised if we also get a Area Zero expansion in that update. Maybe? I don't know, I guess Terrapagos, its pre-evolution or powered down form or whatever, is currently in Liko possession in the new anime series. So maybe they'll make a point of it not actually being in Area Zero. I'm interested to see where that goes, though. It's cool that they gave the anime like a new reveal like that, because it's been a while since the anime's had like that kind of important type of announcement, right? I guess kind of. Sort of. I guess if you count Lycanroc, if you count Dusk form Lycanroc. I guess before that it was Zygarde. It had the Zygarde forms. But even then, I feel like... I don't know, those don't feel like they're the same category for me. Because it felt like the Zygarde forms were made more for the anime than for Zygarde, if that makes sense. Like, they were made more for the Zygarde plot of the anime, and they felt like a bit of an afterthought in Sun and Moon, you know? Like, why is Zygarde in Alola? Because there's, things are going wrong, and it can sense it. But, Zygarde was cool there. And I like minigames like, well, not minigames, I like, features like that, where it's like, collect all the things for the good thing to happen. I just find it funny how Zygarde, the third Colossian legendary, didn't have, like, its time in the spotlight. I was gonna say until Alola, but it kind of just didn't have its time in the spotlight. It's kind of fundamentally didn't actually have its time in the spotlight. Right, I should probably collect some eggs. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yo, we got the max. But yeah, the anime, like, having Terrapagos as, like, a main thing is interesting. I'm also interested to see how the anime is going to advance from here. Because, I guess minor spoilers if you're intending to watch it. I don't, like, ruin any of the main plot beats, but it looks like school's not going to be one of the main settings. Because, at least the start of the anime, during the first episode, we, like, watched Liko's first term, basically. And it's now, like, one of the first extended breaks of the school. So, I wonder if it'll take place entirely in that break, like Phineas and Ferb style. If it'll take place in that break for the first, like, chunk of episodes to, like, get us used to the status quo, have a few school episodes, back to break. Or, what will go on there, but it wouldn't surprise me if, what's it called? The Volt Tacklers? Rising Volt Tacklers, is it? Freed's gang? I wouldn't be surprised if them and their air balloon airship go all over the world. Kind of like Journeys. So it won't just be a Kanto-based series. But I'm interested to see how it progresses. Because it feels like Liko's got, like, a very big arc ahead of her. Like, character arc. And I'm looking forward to, like, seeing how that plays out. Hopefully quicker than Ash's becoming a Pokemon Master character arc. We can hope. We can pray, honestly. But yeah. I didn't bring up my notes. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there's a new anime airing this season called Oshi no Ko. You guys heard any of the whispers about this or seen it? Because I watched it because it was getting a lot of hype. It's topped my anime list, which is quite the achievement, because the moment it does that, the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood stands all crawl out of the woodwork for their seeming vendetta against any anime taking it off the top spot. But, in terms of first anime episodes, that was... You don't really know where it's going for, like, the first 20 minutes. Then you think you do, and then you don't again. I don't know the English name of it, but if you just type in Oshi no Ko, it'll probably pop up. That being OSHINOKO. It's seemingly about idol culture, and celebrity culture, and toxicities of it. Just for, like, a broader implication of what it's about. Because I wasn't really sure about it going into it, like, everybody who recommends it is trying to be really secretive of what it's about. And I think that's fair, because, but I feel like that doesn't help get people into it. But, it does a good job at, like, not having you, like, twig what's going on. As... Like, there are multiple factors in it, including the fact it's, like, an hour and a half. The first episode is an hour and a half long. I'm gonna get more eggs quickly. Alright. 11... 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yo, we are actually almost there. But yeah, yeah, the first episode is about an hour and a half long, because it wants to get to the status quo as quickly as possible, basically. Well, not as quickly as possible, but, like, in the first episode, if that makes sense. Which is kind of like a contrast to, like, Vinland Saga, which does have to go through multiple episodes to, like, actually get to the status quo of the first series, if that makes sense. I don't know how many of you have seen Vinland Saga, but I'd also highly recommend Vinland Saga. I don't know, it is getting a lot of hype. I'm not sure if I like the first episode of that or To Your Eternity more, though. Because To Your Eternity has a banging first episode. And it's not even that much longer than normal. But, like... I can see why Oshi no Ko is getting a lot of hype around it. And I think it'll definitely be, like, an anime to keep an eye on this season. Especially since it's by the same people, with the same, like, person as Love is War, which is easily one of the best, like, romantic comedy anime out there. Comedy anime in general, actually. Let's be straight up, a lot of comedy anime aren't all that funny. But Love is War actually manages to be consistently hilarious. Which is actively impressive in considering. So I do have high hopes for Oshinoko's sense of humor. But there seemed to be a lot of banger anime this season. Between that, Dr. Stone, Demon Slayer, Vinland Saga's second half. Psyche was funny as hell. Psyche was also funny as hell. I'm not denying that there are funny comedy anime out there. I'm just saying that a lot of them aren't. A lot of them don't really land for me, I don't think. But yeah, Psyche K was great. I still need to finish my rewatch of that with Finicky. Because I was getting her to rewatch that. Are there any anime this season about fish? We can hope. It's funny how you pop up just as I mention you. But yeah, I was getting her to watch Psyche K. I've not seen Golden Boy though. Yeah, I don't think there are any fish-based anime, not that I'm aware of. You know what? Let's check my anime list. Let's find out. Let's find out if there are any fish-based anime this season. And will they go into the sea in Dr. Stone? They do. That's a good point. I think I missed something from Dr. Stone because I don't know who this new pirate character is, and it seems like he's been established. I think I might have missed an OVA or something. All right. Yeah, Oshinoko is still at the top, which is surprising considering, what was it called? Full Metal Alchemist. Attack on Titan's, the latest episode is also quite high. Anyway, fish anime. Yeah, Dr. Stone's about the ocean. Well, like, they're going sailing. New Ranking of Kings as well. I need to watch that. Ranking of Kings was banging. That first season. A lot of people seem to think it dropped the ball at the end. I've recently heard whispers that people think it dropped the ball at the end, but I don't get that. Devastating news, Finicky. I don't think there are any fish-based anime. Golden Boy's incredible, well worth it. Very cringe, but they take the cringe and turn it into pure stupidity. Interesting. Maybe I will check it out at some point. Wait. How old's the protagonist? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, cool. We just got the flat 30. That's actually impressive. Gonna be real. No, don't learn Shadow Sneak. I think that's the first time I've managed that. Oh, but Finicky. The good news is that later down the line in Chainsaw Man, they do go to a aquarium. So you can look forward to that. Like 21-ish? Have you ever seen the meme of him jumping over a chasm on the bicycle? I have not. Honestly, I was just asking because I don't want to watch more high school anime. I'm done with high school anime. That's it. I'm swearing off it. I'm not swearing off it because Oshinoko looks like it. Anyway, but yeah, like, I still want to find more anime for adults. That's my thing. You know, like anime aimed at adults. Whoa, no way! Oh my god! Wait! Yo! Literally the first egg of the new batch! No way! Oh my god, I did not expect that at all! Wait! Alright, any names? Any names for shiny Zorua? Yo, girlfriend. Yo, GG indeed. Any names? You think you shit your pajamas? Oh no. You like the ice cream on its head. It is good, it is good. Shadow. Shadow is a good name, but it is a bit generic. That's not high school. He's a student, you guess, but it's about travels and fighting work. Maybe I will watch it. McFlurry. Nook. Shadow. That's what they call shadows in McDonald's, actually. They're just like, oh yeah, the Mook shadows are here. Alright, let's put you there for now. Because I'm gonna be real. As cool as it is that we got the shiny, we still have a lot of eggs to hatch. On the good news, we got it extremely early in this batch. The bad news, we've still got like 29 eggs to hatch. No 2 in a row again, unfortunately. That was insane. I'm still not over that. I want everybody to know the Charmander Fuecoco combo, I'm not over. It's the secret menu, exactly. Guys, on May 12th, we should all go into McDonald's and ask for the Mook Shadow. The look on the employees' faces will be hilarious. I guess I should continue incrementing. Because as much as we're probably not going to get another shiny, we might. Mr. Me, hello, welcome to the stream. How goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. Although I have some bad news. You are mere minutes late. You are mere minutes late from us getting the shiny. But that is hype. Wait, no, this is 65. That's so nice. It is. Shiny Zorua. Hisuian Zorua has a really nice design. I'm definitely going to try and evolve it soon. Does it evolve at level, or is it like friendship? Maybe I'll just feed candies to it. Right. I'm going to keep a couple of Hisuian Zoruas around after this batch. Level, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll keep a few around after this batch, so I can trade them if anybody needs any over time. But, I guess after this, we'll go on to another hunt. Because we're not even an hour into stream? What? Bizarre. I guess the question is what to hunt next. You need one, but you don't have a Nintendo Online at the minute. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, that's like the annoying thing, is like, if you don't have Nintendo Online, you can't trade, which is like half the thing with Pokemon. But I don't know, I feel like it's not Pokemon's fault that Nintendo's charging for their online services. But yeah. I can't believe he actually got it. I was not expecting to get it this stream. Alright, yeah. So, I don't know. I was saying how I wanted to, get 3-segment the Dunsparce, but I think I'm going to put this to you guys in chat. There are 2 shiny hunts that I've started but not finished. There are more, but we're only counting 2 of them because there are 2 of them available in Scarlet Violet. Noibat and Snom. Do we get Noibat and Snom before the Dunsparce, or do we go straight for the Dunsparce? Alright. Cat has awoken from her slumber. Always round, I want to use something that uses my herbs, because I have too many herbs. You say Noibat and Snom first. Right, that's one vote for Noibat and Snom. The big D. Okay, we are... How... We've got one vote for each. Does anybody else have an opinion on this matter? Or shall I, like, flip a coin? I've not been counting. At least, whatever we'll be doing, it'll be, I guess maybe I should do... What is this sparse fellow you speak of? I mean, look up the Dunsparce. Like, D-U Dunsparce. And, oh wait, no, I can just show you in the Pokedex. What am I saying? You wish eggs in this game were handled differently. Yeah, I like that they, tried to mix it up, but it is annoying. I like, it's nice being able to just, like, collect eggs over time, you know? Like, hatch an egg, go to the daycare assistant to get the new egg. But, like, now it's just like, oh yeah, you have to wait for 20 minutes to fill up a box. Here we go. Okay, so Finicky. This guy is Dunsparce. This guy is Dunsparce. This guy's the Dunsparce. That is Sylveon. What have I done? Oh, you can't rotate them. He's just bigger. He is. But... Three-segment to Dunsparce. Wait, where have I seen a three-segment to Dunsparce? Is there a trainer with one somewhere? I'm baffled. You like Masuda Method and Sword and Shield more than Scarlet Violet? Yeah, no. I think more or less same, but... I'd rather hunt in Scarlet Violet than Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield for now. Larry. Oh, Larry has one. Interesting. 1 in 100 chance of getting a 3-boy year. So, not only do we have to get a shiny, we have to win the 1 in 100 thing to get the 3-segment. So it's a nice uphill battle. Which I think would be rather cool, wait. Okay, yeah. Oh, double shiny. Feasibly. Well, not feasibly, but like, spiritually. Also, you made a fish. Like, with your mind? I'm baffled. So 4 OS is a fish emote. 4 O's is a fish emote. Oh! Oh, I thought I had better Twitch TV on this. It did not work for me. That is dismal. I can't believe that's happened. Congratulations on the fish creation, though. I thought I had better Twitch TV on my YouTube. Oh well. There we go. Alright, sounds like we are doing the Dunsparce then. Which is fine by me. We can hop into Area 0 after this. And get a normal herb sandwich going. I guess I should probably get some, what's this nuts? Alright, what do I need for a normal sandwich, I feel like is the question. Game a Pokemon shiny sandwich. Right. For normal, I would need tofu, salty, and sour. I feel like I have that at this point. I feel like I've done enough of this that I have all of these that I need. Yeah, I have 10 sour and 6 salty. I can do this. I only have 4 bitter. But I have 20 if you count sour and spicy together. Interesting. The issue is this sour's like one of the ones that Pokemon don't like. Anyway. Trying to get herbs with no Nintendo Online is so annoying. That's fair. I can imagine. Do you have Scarlet or Violet? I need to hurry up with these so I can get on to the next aunt. Isn't there a recipe that you can use any two? I'm not sure. I know there's a recipe where you can use... There are recipes where you can use, like, more, but... You're both. Oh, understandable. At least that's good for, stuff like getting the Pokemon you need to be raid ready. Because there are a lot of solo strats. Like Iron Hands, Azumarill, Goldengo. You need both to fully complete your shiny living dex? That's fair. Wait, I thought that was a glitch you could use to go into Area 0 with friends. Oh wait, no, you don't have Nintendo Online, never mind. That's the box full. Cahir, you did it. If I did it, I mean, forgot again. Alright, last 15. If we're going to get a new shiny and a second shiny Zorua in this batch, that will happen here. But if we don't, I'm not going to complain because we got one of them and it was the Hisuian one. Honestly, if we didn't get Hisuian, I probably would have continued. You'll probably get Nintendo Online in a few days. That's fair. It ran out yesterday. Ah, understandable. I've been discorded the recipes. Ooh, so I have. Wait, no, yeah, I've... Okay, use 1 serving of tomato, onion, green bell pepper, and hamburger. 2 servings of the ingredients for the type you want. Oh, and then any 2 herbers? I mean, at day's end, I have all the stuff I need for... What's it called? At day's end, I have all the stuff I need for making one with, like, literally 1 bit of tofu, so... Like, 1 tofu serving. So I'll be fine. But thank you for the information. Because, like, you need, like... I've now forgotten what I needed, but that's fine. Because, yeah, I need 1 salty and 1 sour. And then, like, 1 tofu, and that'll make a normal power, apparently. Pretty sure Dunsparce is the only normal type in that bit of Area 0. Because the only other one would be, like, Farigiraf. Alright, I think for the next hunt what we'll do is something a little bit weird. I'm going to count the shinies. I'm going to count the shiny Dunsparce I get. We'll count how many shiny Dunsparce we have to go through to get 3 segment. I think all the recipes you sent are in counter power as well. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure the recipes these ones are in counter power. Each recipe has sparkling power level 3 and counter power level 3 and tidal power level 3. Yeah. And you only need 2 herbs and 1 ingredient. So it's easy to set up. After you get your Gen 9 Shiny Living Dex done, you're going to hunt Shiny Aqua and Bladesbreed Tauros. 1% to Dunsparce and 1% Mousehold. That's fair. I want to hunt the Tauros at some point as well. Probably in another roulette stream. But issue be that I don't have a Bladesbreed. Which was part of my plight in the Decidueye raid. Was it? Samurott raids. It was the Samurott raids. Because Bladesbreed was, like, the recommended for that. Although in my second Samurott raid stream, someone came in with a Bladesbreed and, like, 50 different strategies, which is cool. Alright, yeah. We have almost gotten through all these eggs. I don't know, I'd rather do them on stream just in case I get another shiny. Because while that is unlikely, we did just get, like, last shiny roulette stream we did get 2 shinies in a row. So... Alright, yeah, we've only got 10 eggs left after this. So we'll finish at 290, but 261 was when we got our shiny. What? I don't... I wasn't the only one who saw him fade in and out of reality there, right? When you get Nintendo Online, you can give me a Bladesbreed Tauros. That would be really kind of you, if you were able to do that. No worries if not, but if you could, that'd be really helpful. Because, yeah, then I can do a shiny roulette at some point. Probably after Regice I'll do my next one. Because... I'm not sure if I will go after Noibat and Snom. Because there are other hunts I do really want to do. Maybe I'll have like one group. Like, well, yeah, I do like a different shiny ton every other. So like this week and 2 weeks ago I've been doing this. And then Regice was last week and 3 weeks ago, if that makes sense. So next week will be Regice. Again. And then the week after that will probably be a continuation of the Dunsparce hunt. Because if we get it this stream, I might get struck by lightning tomorrow. And that doesn't sound that fun, actually. Alright, you could shiny hunt Bladesbreed Tauros because you could breed it. Yeah, no, that's what I meant. I'd do another shiny roulette. I'd put Aqua Breed Tauros and Bladesbreed Tauros in the same camp as Ditto. And I would get random eggs. So I could get, like, either one of them as the shiny first. Is my intention. So it's like a what? You know. I could have gotten just like a regular Zorua as the shiny. I don't know if you want to Masuda for them or hunt them in the wild. Like, I feel like that's the issue with the Pokemon like Tauros. Is like, on one hand, they'd be easier to hunt in the wild. On the other hand, you have to pay more attention. Which could feasibly make it harder to hunt them in the wild. Like... Although, I don't know. Like, I did notice a shiny Tauros. I now have one. Shiny regular Tauros, that is. I'm annoyed because I wasn't streaming. I was at a friend's, and I ended up accidentally nabbing 2 shinies, a Voltorb and a Tauros, by just, like, wandering around the overworld while he did raids. It's because I just always, like, glare at every Tauros group I see. You got a normal shiny Tauros, it was surprisingly noticeable, but probably because it was in a group. Yeah, I can imagine that being, like, a big indicator. Alright, literally 5 eggs left, come on. We can get these quick, I'm sure. I don't know, it kind of annoys me how a lot of the shinies this gen really aren't that standout. Like, this is the generation in which shinies are if visible in the overworld, and yeah, they're visible in the overworld, like in Legends Arceus and Let's Go, but they don't like have any kind of indicator that they exist, other than just being a different color, which means if they look very similar, like, I don't know, Slowpoke, you could easily miss it. Like, I almost did to my shiny Slowpoke. I don't know how I, like, sensed that that was a shiny, I'm gonna be real. Especially since I was under the impression that they were all violet, like Slowbro. And, I don't know, my gut's telling me I might have missed a Slowpoke. I don't know if I actually did or not, but my gut's telling me I missed one. But I'll never know, because they aren't that visible. I could watch the stream back 100 times and probably never figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't normally mind shinies that aren't that different from the original. But, like, especially in this generation, it irks me. Like, I like shiny Gengar because I find it funny. It's just a less saturated Gengar. It's also one of the shinies I have the most of. Do I have 2 or 3 shiny Gengar? Because I got one in Legends Arceus. And I got one before it, and I got one in Let's Go, but I can't remember if I have another one on top of that or not. Yeah, Game Freak are, yeah, Game Freak, there are 18 Decillion colors out there. Fucking use some different ones. The employees are sitting there like, what if we made this one pink again? This blue one would look really good pink, am I right? And just like everyone around the table is like nodding like, yeah, you're right. You're so true. Alright. Let's nab these shiny Zorua. Where can I put them? Where is space for the shiny Zorua? Here. Oh no, not here. Oh, right, yeah, these are my EV from that stream. Okay. I'm running out of space in my box. Bloody hell. Okay, yeah, those guys can go there for now. McShadow can join the team for a bit, actually. Alright. I think shiny should have had sparkles around them when they spawned. Like, how awesome, let's go. Yeah, no, I'm definitely on the same page there. Like, I get why they don't want to do it like Legends, but at least, like, Let's Go would have been a good way. Did the music just... No, it's still on. But yeah, I'm going to go to the toilet quickly, but once I am back, we will be starting our 3-segment Dunsparce hunt, so do make sure to stay tuned. And we are back. Let us reset the counter, because after I have done this, yeah. No. No Shadow Sneak. No Curse. I can just give you moves later. You don't need to learn moves. It's fine. I'll probably give it like a raid-ready moveset and use it in raids, I think. Dude, I thought that I hadn't unmuted myself for a second, and then I was like, oh shit. Maybe I should learn Bitter Malice. That sounds like something I want to learn. Anyway. What? Shadow is evolving? I like those like white stripes on it. They're cool. Yo, I forgot the hair was purple then. God. Hisuian Zorua looks so cool. Alright. Yeah, Bitter Malice is good. Expectable. Alright. Soomp is coming with us, naturally. Who else is joining us for this ride? Let's take Krogold. And... where? There. Oh wait, no. Soomp and Blue Boy are different people. I forgot about that. Let's take Pomegranate. Up, and Corridor. And let's put Soomp back in the retirement home. Alright. One last thing, actually. Let's us put ourselves here, and this will be where the Dunsparce go. I think I have a lot of balls. I have 3 Master Balls, so, like, at least that's fine. Yeah, I have a bunch of Repeat Balls, a bunch of Quick Balls. Those are what I need. Okay, so basically, here's the dub. I'm gonna get Shiny Dunsparce. And odds are I'm gonna get multiple Shiny Dunsparce before I actually get the... Yeah, I'm gonna get multiple Shiny Dunsparce before I get the 3-segment Dunsparce. But that's okay. What's it called? I'm gonna reset the game after each Dunsparce, is basically what I'm trying to get across. Alright. Can I, like, retreat? I can just reset. I fucking autopiloted onto the egg. Onto the, not egg. Yeah, onto the egg. Onto the egg sandwich. I was like, okay, we need to make an egg sandwich. No, Cahir, we don't. We do not need to make an egg sandwich, Cahir. Oh, by the way, you know how you were having Wi-Fi problems the last few days? It's slowly fixed itself now. Oh, well, that's good, at least. Shame that you never got to the bottom of why, though. Love it when that shit's fickle. I don't. Good it's fixed at least, though. Alright, let's try and make the actual sandwich this time, I think. Alright, so, what we're gonna need is salty, sour, and tofu. Creative mode. Okay, yeah, so we need tofu, salty, sour. Alright. This is going to be foul. But I guess that's just kind of like on brand for this game, you know? Fuck it, I'm doing it like this. You don't actually need the lid. The top slice. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, if I've done nothing wrong, this should give us shiny encounter and title. You will eat it. Why? I'm not paying you. I'm not paying you to eat it. You have to go now. We'll be back later if you're still streaming. Understandable, Mr. Me. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Alright. Sparkling power, title power, encounter power. Hell yes. Alright, now we leave. You don't like wasting food. I mean, understandable. Oh, I didn't waste it though. I ate the whole thing. So I need the sparkling power. Get that protein goodness. Oh. Alright. Now, what I gotta remember what not to do is save. We're going to research station number 4, which should be the bottom one, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. And now we hunt. I am pretty sure that Dunsparce is the only dude that will be showing up around here. And the Dunsparce, but you can't... I don't think you can get the 3-segment Dunsparce in the overworld. Oh my god, I am in Dunsparce heaven. Look at them all. Oh my god. No! Dunsparces, don't do it! You have so much to live for! You can. Oh, you can. Whack. There are just so many of these lads. Look at them all. We might have a new thing on the soundtrack. Not sure if you're hearing. I finally added the song I wanted to the stream schedule. I forgot all the other ones I was going to add, though. Like, this wasn't the only one I wanted to add, but I couldn't remember any of the others. So we've only got this one for now. Look at them all. They can fly. Can they? Can they fly, though? You're back, Rubik. Welcome back. We got the lad. Yeah. No, not inside it. Yeah, we got the shiny. And now we are hunting for 3-segment Dunsparce. Or I guess just regular Dunsparce by proxy. Did I see the anime? I did watch the first episode of the new anime. Oh wait. I was in the anime, Dunsparce in the anime. I mean, I've not seen that episode if that's what you're referring to. An episode where Dunsparce flies. You did the bottle cap thing? Hell yeah. Alright. Oh, hello. These guys don't have arena trap or something, right? I baffled myself, then I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute, you're... Oh, I didn't lead with you. Oh, there's the Dunsparce. Interesting how rare they are. Okay, we can check how much time we have left on the meal power there. I'm glad that's a feature. Oh, I zoomed in. Okay. I'm trying to remember how many hunts I've done here. Because I definitely did Delibird around here. I feel like there might have been more. I'm not sure. Okay, so this song does cut off rapidly, but that is not when. As you were music. Wait, where's the... I was just double checking it was still... Why is this one so small? Oh, there it goes. Are they gone? Oh shit, the Dunsparce retreat? When they see you? What about you? What do you do? You just run, okay. That is a cute animation. The idea that if I find a shiny it might fuck off scares me though. I'm not a fan of that. You've hunted iron thorns and failed. Oh, that's a shame. Hopefully you can get it at some point. All about persistence with hunts, isn't it? I'm not sure how obvious it's going to be when I see it, you know? Like, I know it's pink, but I'm not sure how clear that's going to be. Favorite Paradox shiny was Slitherwing. That's fair. Slitherwing is cool. And so is Iron Thorns. Alright, I'm going to take a drink quickly. I think Iron Valiant's my favourite though. Oh, Katza. Surprised she didn't make her presence known as she normally does. Alright, let's make sure there are no lads around here, eh? There are lads in the wall, which isn't that great. Gonna be real. Not a fan of wall Dunsparce, but I guess it makes sense why they're in the wall, in comparison to some Pokemon, because they do have the drill on their tail. Alright. Yeah, that's the issue with these hunts, is like, you do need to keep an eye out. Of course, who knows if we'll even get one in this lap. You've never completed a Pokedex? That's understandable. Especially since they've, like, been beefing up over time. Would recommend for the shiny charm, though. I feel like Scarlet and Violet's some of the easiest it's been, since you can see the Pokemon in the overworld, so you don't have to, like, spend ages just running around in circles. Well, you do, but, like, it's easier because you'll see them in front of you. And you can use sandwiches to force them. Which is pretty nice. I like how in these games they actively reward you for completing the Pokedex. Like, you get, Pokeballs and stuff for doing it. Pokeballs, experience candies, and whatnot. Like, other than Legends Arceus actively locking progress behind the Pokedex, I think Scarlet Violet are, like, one of the best games for, like, actually motivating you to complete it and capture every single Pokemon that you see. You don't have 5-star raids? I mean, as long as you've, beaten... I'm pretty sure the 8th gym, you should have them, right? Not Gym 8, then, like, maybe the game. Because you have to complete a certain amount of 5-star raids to get 6-star raids. So I know at the least, like, by the time you've beaten Area 0, you should have them. Alright. By the way, Lanoon Belly Drum is OP. I mean, Belly Drum's just a good move in general, right? A lot of raid strategies kind of hinge on it. Moves that can just max your stats like that are always crazy. You don't have any. You defeated the Professor. Huh, bizarre. Did you just beat the Professor today, or... Wait, no, you couldn't have, right? Maybe you need to... Have you done the Academy Ace tournament yet? Yeah, but Lanoon's speed is just broken. You've used it in previous games. Ah, fair. No, that makes sense. I know Gut Swallow is also pretty broken. Months ago. Have you... Yeah, wait, have you done the Academy Ace tournament? Oh, okay. Can't get too excited. let's not get too excited because this might not be what we need. Oh, I should have quick balled it. Maybe beat the Academy Ace tournament. Maybe that'll fix it. All right. I mean, yeah, let's just go straight for the people. I mean, yeah, of course, this is the first of what'll probably be many. The shiny counter goes up. I'm not going to name these guys because I don't know if they're staying. Alright, here's what I think we'll do. We will get to the end of this sandwich and then we'll evolve it. But yeah, that was indeed the shiny. But yeah, basically, we will... What's this nuts? Basically, we will have a huge brain fart. No, yeah, we'll, yeah, we'll collect all the shinies. Then we will evolve them all. All at once. In one big shiny evolution spree. Alright. Yeah, we're hunting for the three segment shiny. And I'm not settling for anything less. So we will keep trying. How on earth did you miss me get the Zorua? Guess you, Oh yeah, no worries. We got it about an hour ago at this point. On 261 eggs. Twas hype. You've seen a super terrestrialization video. Person made a 7-segment to Dunsparce with legs and dragon and bug type. I feel like everybody who wants Dunsparce to be a dragon is kind of missing the point. I'm gonna be real. Like, I used to kind of be on board with the idea, but then I thought about it like a person, like a critical thinker for a moment, and was like, wait a minute. Dunsparce kind of being useless is the point. It's kind of missing the point of Dunsparce to want it to evolve, to like want it to evolve into something cool, you know? At least I feel like that. I think the Dunsparce is the perfect evolution for Dunsparce. Like, I never disliked it. But at first I was like, haha, that's kind of funny. But now I've, like, thought about it, I think the Dunsparce is the only right thing it could have been. You know? The only correct answer. There is a Dunsparce in that the Dunsparce. What's up with that? Alright. You're breeding the Water Starter in Lumion Legacy. I got a hidden ability one. Yo, that's hype. Right. Let's... I mean, yeah, at day's end, I wouldn't be surprised if we only get, like, one or none in some of these things. I'm only doing, like, the shiny counter because I want to count how many shinies it's going to take. Because I feel like it's going to take a lot, you know? I am not feeling lucky. Let me put it that way. My gut is telling me this is going to take a while. We will not be getting an instant Dunsparce. Or 3-segment Dunsparce. And again, if I do, I'm going to be careful in Thunder and Lightning for the next few days. Although even then, apparently you can still get hit by lightning if it doesn't look like there's any. Apparently, like, sometimes lightning can just strike you out of nowhere. Because just, fuck you. Like, there is a lightning storm happening somewhere, and just the lightning just somehow, like, whoop, you know? Alright. We got a second Dunsparce. I did not expect to turn around and see this one here, I'll be honest. If I'd gone much further, I might have lost that one. I never would have known it was there. Alright, that is shiny Dunsparce number 2. Alright. And we have 14 minutes of power left. Alright, yeah, they're a lot more obvious than I thought they were going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if I missed one at some point. In the mere fact that, you know, Dunsparce. Not just, yeah, just in the mere fact that, like, I'm hunting that many of them, but, like, I feel like I'm going to scare one of them off. I feel like I'm accidentally gonna frighten one. They'll have to go in 5 minutes, understandable, Brugger. When you do, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Right. Dun Dunsparce. Dun 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 Dunsparce. Dun 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 Dunsparce. Dun 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 Dunsparce. But yeah, I would look for Mousehold, but I don't wanna. Oh, that's another one. At this point, I'm becoming underwhelmed by the amount. Just like, a third one, oh, cool. Alright. Sure, that's fine. Not even phased. How come I got this many Dunsparce, but I only got 2 Dunsparce already, but I only got 2 EV? Imagine if this was another shiny. Alright. I guess it's just kind of sod's law with these things though, isn't it? Nice to give it a shot, 3 out of 100. That is true. That is 3 attempts in the Undo. Mui, hello, how goes it? I hope your week's gotten off to a good start. Yeah, today, we got our shiny hisuian Zorua, which was very cool. And now I am looking for 3-segment shiny Dunsparce. Or rather, the Dunsparce to evolve into that. Or Dunsparce to evolve into that. Alright. I'm interested to see how long this hunt's gonna last. I'm happy that they added, like, 3-segment to Dunsparce and, like, family of 3 Mousehold in. What's it called? Ah, my brain has just crashed. Yeah, I'm glad that we've got, like, some 1 in 100, like, chance of, like, appearing Pokemon in the game. But... Because it's, like, actually gives interesting things to hunt in this game, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, my brain just crashed halfway through that sentence. Yeah, it gives actual interesting, like, hunts to do. Because, like, otherwise it would just be like, oh yeah, you can get any shiny you want, like, real quick. Do I want to control your Academy Ace tournament again? No, not really, I'll be honest. It was a fun one-time thing. I wish there was a bug starter. That would be cool. Hopefully at some point. I don't know. It feels like they tend to dip into the same, like, pool of types. But, hopefully it expands soon. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind a dragon starter. I think a dragon starter would be pretty cool. But obviously that brings up the issue of the fact that it would be neutral to the type that's meant to beat it. Can you still get Synesty with the Rare Seal? Oh yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah, Rare Synesty is also a thing. But Synesty is a much harder encounter, I think. Because, like, they're really, really tiny. You have to have, like, eagle eyes for Synesty. Maybe I will at some point, just because it does seem fun, but... Alright. We made it start a Spinnerack, yeah, I remember. Alright. I mean, yeah, if we end up with just 3, I won't even mind. As in, like, for this first batch. I won't even be mad. Also, it's really hard to see underneath them to check if they're a perfect form. I mean, it's not just about looking underneath them, though, is it? Because if you, what's it called? Yeah. Good going, Cahir. You did it. You've mastered the language. Perfect form evolves with a different item. True form Synesty has a different, like, type of teapot to evolve it. So you can just tell with the evolution item. The Gyarados will evolve? Hell yeah. And got to go, understandable, Bruga. I hope you have a great night's sleep. Right. Let's vibe here for a moment, checking for shinies. I'm going to take a drink. You guys make sure you're all staying hydrated as well. Alright. This is Dunsparce Heaven, I think. It's just funny how many there are. Area 0 is probably one of my favorite places to shiny hunt. In part because, like, spawns are very generous here, you know? Like... Okay, so I think hunts for the future are gonna be... What's it called? Yeah, hunts for the future are gonna be 3-segmented Dunsparce, Professor Juniper's Minccino, and a box of Krogunk, I think. Just a full box of shiny Krogunk is what I want. Just a whole box of just shiny Krogunk. Because I'm still mad about what happened on my anniversary. And I must redeem myself. What happened? I didn't get one. I was Masuda methoding in the middle of an outbreak. I even, at one point, put on a sandwich. And I didn't get a shiny Krogunk. The whole stream. And it still hurts me. Sad? No, it was devastating. I might not have a therapist, but if I did, they would know. Alright. Whoa. The reflections in this game are bizarre. Anyway. I guess I'll know when it's run out because it won't just be Dunsparce anymore. That's like that's a good way to realize that the sandwich has run out. If there are just no Dunsparce. Well, not no Dunsparce, but less Dunsparce. Ways around, we got 3 though, which is pretty solid. Especially since, like, after this batch, I'll just reset and do another one. Although I think after the next batch, I'll probably end off there. I will evolve... I'll evolve these 3 Dunsparce, do another sandwich of Dunsparce, and then I will end. And that will be the schedule. Alright. You good there? Yeah, he's good. He's fine. He's vibing. Alright. Don't want to go too fast, because I don't want to accidentally run into and scare off a shiny. Because that would be devastating, I think. That would be not Pog, as the kids said like 3 years ago. Language evolution truly is a wild thing. Alright. I'm looking forward to the next episode of the anime, though. It's a shame that it takes a while to get it translated. Like, I don't know. I really think that, like, okay, so the, like, official Pokemon Twitters have all acknowledged the existence of, like, this weird new Pokemon that was hiding in Liko's amulet. But, like, the English one's acknowledging it as a problem or a weird thing because, of course, the episode hasn't broadcast in English, you know? Like, there's no way to legally watch the episode in English at the moment. Like, they're doing it because otherwise other media outlets will get there first. And they, of course, want their, like, the official accounts to be the ones who, like, get all the attention for the new Pokemon rather than, like, I don't know, IGN. Because they realize they're fully after the Alola League, where a bunch of news sites kept on reporting on the fact that Ash had won the Alola Championships, which meant that, like, none of the official Pokemon sites were getting, like, any acknowledgement for Ash's victory, which is why they then made it on the English account when Ash became the world champion. But I don't know, I feel like they need to do a simulcast or have some way to access, like, a subtitled version of the anime in English. Because it just seems like a dumb way of doing it, making it so that, like, you just announce things that haven't actually happened in the English anime yet, you know? Like, and I don't even care if it's just, like, the dub doesn't premiere simultaneously. I just mean, like, have somewhere that we can officially watch subtitled episodes of the anime if like, people wanted to, you know? Because otherwise, it's just like, there will be no surprises in the Pokemon anime. And that's honestly true at the moment anyway. I mean, it's kind of true at the moment because of Twitter in general. Like, I swear, every time something happened in the anime, like, I'd find out via Twitter first. Because people just don't care about spoilers for the anime, apparently. Like, I care about spoilers for the anime, but no one else does. Everyone else is like, guys, look, Ash is the champion now! Like, I didn't know if Ash was going to beat Leon in that final fight, but I did know he was going to beat Leon in that final fight by the time I watched it, because no one cares about spoilers online, apparently. You know? Not even the official Pokemon Twitter. I'm pretty sure that's what I found out about Ash winning the championship. Was the official Pokemon Twitter, because they also announced that Ash was, the new champion. Like, minutes after the episode aired. Yep. There we go. It has ended. So, it's time. Let's get some drums a-rolling. Because we have 3 Dunsparce to evolve. Wait, no, let's get some Duns rolling. Get it? Because that... Get it. Alright. Okay, so it looks like we need 2. I guess I could just use... Okay, I need to learn Hyperdrill, and then level up, I guess. That's fine. I can do that. I get why they make it so that you need to learn, like, moves to evolve. Because they want to make it as if, like, oh, it can't evolve in other regions because it doesn't know this move. Like, it makes sense. It's logical. I'm not going to slate it. But it's kind of annoying. Anyway. Dunsparce time. What we got evolution-wise, eh? Alright, 2 segment 1. I like this shiny a lot, actually. I like that red pattern on its belly. That is nice. Alright. Two segment 2. And 1 and final Dunsparce before we do another thing, and I doubt it. Nah. Okay. Or just 2 segment. Do I want to double check? Because I don't want to be wrong. Get 2, 2, 2. Is there a way to, like, check? It would have been sick. That would have been crazy, but I didn't save at any point there, right? I don't think I did. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I will do 1 more, and then we'll end the stream, I think. That'll be how these things go. Alright. Did Cahir save, or was he smart? Ah, I'm smart. You'll love to see it. Me being smart, that is. Alright. I was genuinely, like, kind of sure that I just wouldn't have done that, you know? Like, I am the exact kind of person to save. On accident. Because I'm so used to saving on purpose. Right. Sandwich. All done. Arvin could only wish. It's just a look on the trader's face immediately after shoving it in their gob. Like, they're not chuffed with this. Alright. You always save 2 or 3 times in a row. I'm the exact same, honestly. I don't know, like, where it's a habit I picked it up from. Because, like, I only need to save once. But it's like, oh, what if it didn't work? What if for some reason the save doesn't actually happen and I lose all my data? You know? You can never be too safe, exactly. Like, better safe than sorry. I wonder if we're going to see 2 on screen at once this hunt. As in Shiny Dunsparce. I swear we were seeing, like, no to Dunsparce at the beginning, but now we're seeing loads. It's bizarre. I don't know, I feel like I should do it just on my feet. I wish I could just, like, sit back somewhere and just, like, have them spawn and despawn at will there. But I'm pretty sure you can, honestly, but I'm not going to risk it. Alright. I guess the other question is will we get a shiny to Dunsparce? Like a wild one. I don't think you can get 3-segment ones in the wild still. Brugger said you might be able to, but I'm pretty sure I heard from other places you can't. And I've not seen any 3-segment ones yet, so... Although I guess that's kind of the point, they are rare. They ain't meant to be common. Honestly, the thing that, like, bums me out the most is, like, in the hypothetical where we get... In, like, the scenario where we, like, actually do get Johto remakes... Which I'd say isn't that, like, rare. I'd say that's pretty good odds that, like, the new evolutions aren't in it. Are the Dunsparce, like, the queen of the ant colony to the Dunsparce? Maybe. That... I feel like that makes sense. That's like a pleasing mental image, you know? That's like a concept that I want to be true. So even if it isn't, yeah, it is actually. I'm vetoing the actual Pokemon lore in favor of what I think is cooler. Because look, they can drill underground. Are you good? Are you okay? What is... Does this Dunsparce have out-timers? Buddy. Buddy! Buddy, are you good? He's just really surprised. Oops, I did not mean to encounter him in a battle. I was just going to leave him to it, and in fact, I'm still going to leave him to it. Right. I kind of think of Dunsparces as everyone to themselves kind of peeps. They're big cows preparing to initiate a back down. That's fair. I don't know. I just like the idea of like a bunch of Dunsparce in a colony, you know? I just like the idea of going out into your patio in the middle of summer and seeing like 15 Dunsparce just walking along the patio. I like the idea of the Dunsparce nuptial flight, where like a bunch of Dunsparce just like are flying around at the end of the garden before like hopping off to go and reproduce. And become queens. It just entertains me as an idea. Is it only when I'm on the bike that they, like, run away like that? Oops. Okay. When you yawn, am I right? When you tired, laughing emoji, laughing emoji, laughing emoji. I wonder if we'll get a Dunsparce in the dark cave, to be fair. You know? In our crystal Nuzlocke. We'll probably get a Geode dude, in all honesty, but like imagine if we didn't. Getting tired, thought that was a shiny one then. But yeah, that'll be fun, and that will be starting this Wednesday. If you guys want to stay tuned for that, we'll be doing our Crystal Nuzlocke. I'm looking forward to it, it'll be a fun one. As with the Ultra Moon one, although that never really came into effect, I'm going to do it as one of those ones where if I lose, I'm just going to restart it. Like with the X Hardcore. Maybe I'll go back to that one day. We'll find out. Alright. I was going to say, Cahir, it's not been that long, do not check again. I'm bad at that, you know? Like, I'm bad at, like, waiting for, like, a message from a friend or something, or, like, checking the time. Well, like, I'll check it, but I'll want it to, like, be a lot further along, or I'll, like, want to get the message. So I'll keep checking it again in quick succession, but obviously, like, that doesn't make the message come faster, so it just makes it feel like it's taking longer, you know? I don't know if you guys have that. I do, though. Alright. Ugh. This area is genuinely one of the coolest areas in any Pokemon game. I feel like that's general opinion, right? That Area 0 is one of like the coolest Pokemon areas. I'm looking forward to finding out more about it in the secrets of Area 0. Right. do 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 do. Dog, what a dog. Butter dog. Dog with the butter. Butter dog. Okay. But yeah. Feel like I have more to say. That new Demon Slayer OP is banging. Not sure if you guys are watching the new season of Demon Slayer, but it's got a great opening. Big fan. I've heard that some people aren't big fans of it, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like I can't speak. I feel like I can't speak. No. I feel like often you'll like go into the comments of something and it'll be talking about like people who hate on it, people who dislike it, or people who are like carrying a certain negative opinion. But even if those people were there at one point, at this point, all of the people commenting on the haters or like the bizarrity of the opinion, they're the ones getting more likes because they're the ones with the more conventional opinion. Which, no, I saw you. Which means that like you never really see that much of like the negative opinion, you know? You guys ever get that? I just find it like a lot on like Instagram and stuff. I'll click on like the comments of like a reel of like a cute dog, and the comments will be like, guys, stop judging how other people raise their pets. This is one snippet into this person's life. We can't judge their like, or we can't like assume they're a bad owner from like just this, or like doing this isn't a sign of a bad owner and stuff. And like you never actually see any of the comments of people saying that, you know? You only just see the responses that people are giving to it. And I just wonder, because like I can't see the bad responses, you know? How many other people have gone into the comments, not actually seen the bad responses and just seen the responses to the bad responses, and just made a comment on the bad responses even though they never even saw any of them? Instagram comments are so annoying. I don't know, I feel like Instagram is like multiple tiers better than YouTube Shorts. I stand by YouTube Shorts being like one of the worst places for commenters like ever. Yeah, pretty standard for the internet. Yeah, no, it's true enough, but I just find it weird, you know? It's just like, you stay away from YouTube Shorts these days. Probably better for your mental health, I'll be honest. Or, I mean, actually, no, you should use YouTube Shorts just to like mine. Like my YouTube Shorts. Feed my ego. Wahahaha. It's just people making opinions without all the information. And also can only see their own perspective. No, yeah, that's very true. But, I don't know, I feel like that's always been a thing. Like, I feel like that's just generally how the world's worked. But, okay, Shiny. But the issue is, or the issue came in the fact that, like, now the internet is here, we can see other people's opinions much more clearly, even if they're not, like, a journalist or someone of, like, a status where they would probably think through their opinion more before posting it, you know? Like, we never actually end up seeing, like, the, No, we do. We do end up seeing, like, people with more, like, informed opinions. But, like, anyone can now give their opinion. Which, of course, isn't gonna, like, end well. When a lot of these people aren't educated and hold heavy personal bias. Will make their comment more out of, like, hatred and spite for things they don't understand. rather than, like, any kind of informed or logical opinion, you know? And the issue is, like, especially in the gaming community, that, like, has now spread a lot of very, like, negative sentiments. In, like, contrast to, like, how hard developing games actually are. You end up with a lot of, like, ignorant takes about game design. The worst part is you actively seek out Instagram posts that you know will have annoying comments for entertainment, then it ruins your day. I don't know, I kind of feel that. Like, sometimes I just click on the comments of a post. I'm almost on, like, autopilot. Like, I'm not fully thinking through. The comments of this post are going to make me angry, but I click on it anyway. And then I end up, like, seething over the worst take I've ever seen. For, like, no reason. Because I walked into, like, the bear trap. I stood on the bear trap thinking, oh, a bear trap. And I'm now, like, screaming about it and how much pain I am, you know? But I feel like that's, again, par for the course of the internet, really. I feel like very few people are immune to doing that, and the people that are immune, they're smart. They're intelligent people. Alright. Whoa, you seem smooth, holy shit. Dude was blasting. Alright. 14 minutes left, and then we can evolve our Dunsparce into the Dunsparce. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. I guess at this point we've got 5 shinies this stream, which is actually kind of impressive. I don't know, I remember, like, when I first started shiny hunting, I noticed that I only ever really got, like, 1 shiny in a day. And I decided that that was, like, the rule, you know, that I'd only ever get 1 shiny in a day. Like, even if I tried otherwise, I'd never, like, expect to get more than 1 in a day. When I started a new hunt, I'd be like, alright, let's get into this new hunt. But I was never like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get an early shiny this time. I was always like, nope, only 1 shiny a day, you know? But like now Scarlet and Violet, it's just like, yeah, have a few. Like, if I had the shiny hunting drive that I did, well, not drive, because I do have the shiny hunting drive, but like I just shiny hunt less because I'd rather shiny hunt on stream, you know? Like, shiny hunting's something I enjoy, but I find when I, like, do too much of something, I'll, like, I'll burn out on it, you know? Like, this rate of shiny hunting and Pokemoning, I think it's, like, a good level of it, because I'm not feeling as burnt out of, like, Pokemon as I was after a year of Minecraft. Because the issue with Minecraft was I always had to do off-camera stuff, you know? I always planned out my builds off-camera, I always got the materials off of camera. Like, I'd end my stream and then I'd go for, like, a mining session. But, like, I don't need to do as much off-camera stuff when I'm playing Pokemon. And I enjoyed that massively. And that makes shiny hunting a lot more tolerable. Oh, hello to Dunsparce. He was sitting on his son! He's incubating him! Keeping them warm. You seen that video of a chicken laying on light bulbs? I have. It's trying to hatch some light bulbs. I can only imagine the monstrosities that would have, like, hatched from it if it had been left on there, and the owner hadn't confiscated the light bulbs first. Oh, so Glint Herd, interesting. Glowing chickens? Assumably, yeah. Which would have been crazy because you could see them through walls. Right. Minecraft mob though. Write that down, write that down. Indeed, indeed. It's interesting because, like, they've clearly shown an awareness of, like, the community's, like, overall thoughts on the mob votes. So I'm interested to see if they will stop doing them. You know? I don't know. Personally, I like the mob votes because it gives us input. Like, it gives us an input on, like, what they add to the game. I get, like, the whole, why don't they just add them all argument, but, like, because it's meant to be a vote. Because we're meant to vote on which one. Which is why I like the mob votes more than the biome votes. Because the biome votes, I feel like they should overhaul a lot of the biomes, you know? If it's just like, what new mob should we add, you know? I feel like that's a lot better because it's like one thing, one small little, like, creature to enhance an aspect of the game, you know? You like they did. Except that the one with the LA one, you don't remember liking any of the options. That's understandable, but I feel like that's like, what's it called? Destined for like to happen eventually with like a vote kind of thing like that. Just kind of how those things end up going. They can try and make a wide variety, but eventually like there's gonna be people who are like, I don't like any of these guys. I just think it's nice that, like, they want... Minecraft's a good game because of the amount of community input they do with it. It's just the issue is the lack of the understanding of, like, the development cycle that a lot of people have. It means that, like, Minecraft ends up being, like, the butt of a lot of, like, the community's jokes. But, like, a community who clearly doesn't understand, like, how game design works. Sniffer is cool, though. Sniffer is awesome. I voted for the Sniffer. And I was very enthusiastic to see the Sniffer added. A lot of Dunsparce jumping to their deaths. Yeah, no, this is concerning, actually. Are these guys okay? Sure. Seven minutes left. And then we shall evolve the final Dunsparce. And we will continue this in 2 weeks' time. Unless, of course, like, get Regice next week, in which case I will continue it then. And there we have the elusive wall Dunsparce. This Dunsparce prides itself from being in the fucking wall. It's in the wall. Out of all the Pokemon spin-off series, which do you want a new installment for the most? Pokemon Ranger, I think. Pokemon Ranger is just a really cool concept. I think my biggest, like... The biggest reason we're not going to get a new Pokemon Ranger game is because how the hell they would do it, you know? Oh no, it can never leave. It can't, it's trapped there. Yeah, I don't know how they do a new Pokemon Ranger game, but, like... I want one. But, it'd be nice to get a new mystery dungeon, though. I feel like a new mystery dungeon is a more realistic option. But, like, fundamentally... I don't know. I want a new mystery dungeon a lot. And I feel like there's reason that there would be one, but... At this point, whether or not there is ever going to be one is just up in the air, I feel. You want to see Pokemon Dunsparce version? That's fair. I think that would be really good, actually. It'd be cool to see Dunsparce in it. Switch Joy-Con motion controls. Carpal Tunnel Simulator. Yeah, no, that's the issue. Is like, that is the natural conclusion to draw there. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have that as, like, the main control scheme of a game. And I feel like the Game Freak understand that, you know? I feel like people's general thoughts on, like, too much motion controls in a game is rather obvious at this point. Every direct you have some hope for Pokemon 3. Love 2 so much. That's fair. Hopefully. I feel like that would be a good one to get another installment of, but... I feel like that's like a... Has that ship sailed at this point? Kind of thing, you know? Oh wait, you know what I want a new installment of? Pokemon Go. I want Pokemon Go 2. No, I don't know how that would work. Don't ask. We just need it. It's important. But it was a good way for you to grow attached to a lot of new Pokemon. That's understandable. I don't know. I never played Pokepark, but I always remember like the trailer had like a little song and it was like Pokepark 2 wanders beyond, something has gone terribly wrong. Pokemon are missing, it's a mystery. So for the Pokepark team, there were just a lot of adverts for it. Got stuck in my head, didn't it? Pokemon Go to hell. Oh no. Yeah, you download it. Downloading it, like, is in itself a sin. And then after you download it, like, it broadcasts your location to a hitman, who then takes you out, and then you have to play Pokemon Go in hell. It's only fire types. And also Spupa. Alright. Almost there. Can we get a Dunsparce in the last few minutes, eh? One last sparse. One last sparse for the road, eh? I'm guessing that's a no. But yeah. I don't know, I think that's my issue with how common shinies are in Scarlet and Violet. One and done, sparse. Yeah, I think that's one of my issues with like the amount of with shiny commonness in Scarlet Violet. It's like I'm no longer hyped when I see a shiny sometimes, you know? Like I see if I see a Dunsparce, I'm not like, oh, Dunsparce. I'm just gonna be like, oh, okay. Dunsparce. You know, there's no excitement when you can get like 3 in half an hour. Like, I don't know, I don't fully mind shinies being more common in this game, because, like, fundamentally I can just hunt in other games, you know, hunt for shinies that will actually, like, get me excited to see. But still, it's a gripe I have. I will probably, like, I want to do the box of Krogunk, but other than Masuda hunts in this game, like the shiny roulette, which can only really be done in this game. But yeah, after this, well, yeah, I'm not going to do many more sandwich hunts, honestly. I might do one for Eevee at some point, because I do want a bunch of Eevee all the same. But just very common. Quick, spawn a bunch more so we can get more in the last 7 seconds. Oh, aww. Alright, lads. The final Dunsparce. The last sparse, as they say. Let's get some drums a rolling for the last sparse. Sparsely a gap. 2 segment, fair enough. I wasn't really expecting it this stream anyway, but that is still a start to the hunt. We have kicked it off now, which is very cool. But yeah, that'll be where we end things for now, I think. Do not save, Cahir, do not save. Saving is a bad idea, Cahir. Okay, but yeah, thank you all for coming. This was a fun one. It was nice to get hisuian Zorua, which is a very cool shiny. I'm a big fan of it. But yeah, next stream will be this Wednesday, where we'll be starting off our Pokemon Crystal Nuzlocke, so I'd highly recommend tuning in for that. And then on Friday, we'll be doing Mario Kart Monday, and I'd also highly recommend sticking around for that, because that'll be very fun. But yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I hope you all have a great week as well, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Goodbye, and good night.